to reround it a few times.
This is more like a budget hearing.
Yeah, no, I don't care. It looks that bad.
It's no different from what it was before.
Actually,
Uh, it's sad.
I was getting shaggy.
In Ohio. Let's do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No.
It was nice seeing the
Yeah, this.
scouts here last night. It was nice to see a girl eagle too.
Oh, it was, yeah. She was
Yeah,
very
There are
good.
not many of them, guys.
She was nice.
Yeah, there's not many of them, but they're coming more.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Peacock. Here. Councilmember Hartle. Councilmember Lay.
Present.
Councilmember Womack. Here. Mayor Weincoop.
Here. Huh? I don't know. Was Alan coming? Oh, here he comes. Let's go ahead and do you want to do the prayer?
Sure. Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. Thank you for the opportunity to be living today. As you get older, you start appreciating more and more of the smaller things in life. And thank you for all the blessings that you've given upon me personally and upon those who are sitting here presently. We understand that we are all mortal. We also understand that everyone in this place will die at some point and move on. We also hope for the resurrection, and in the name of your Son, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Set the record straight. Alan's here. Okay. All right, well, let's move forward. If you would, please, Anita, 2024-134.
A resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Montverde, Florida, adopting the final levying of ad valorem taxes for the Town of Montverde, Lake County, Florida, for fiscal year 2024-2025, providing for an effective date. The fiscal year 2024-2025 operating millage rate is 2.8300 mils, which is greater than the rolled back rate of 2.4561 mils by 15.22%.
Alrighty, well, this is keeping our millage rate at 2.83. It's been like that for a while,
How many years is that?
a long time. I think 10 at least. Yeah,
At least 10,
yeah,
right?
at least 10.
Still the lowest in Florida, isn't it, I think?
It's close, if not the lowest. Yep, and that's thanks to our attorney and her great job she does.
Certainly not me.
Let's move, I'll open it up to the public. If anybody wants to talk about the lowest millage rate in Florida. Okay, I'll bring it back. I'll open up discussion. If there's no discussion, I just need a motion to approve or deny.
I'll make a motion that resolution number 2024-134 be approved.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I say no. Ayes have it. Okay, we'll move on to the next one, which is 2024-135, and this is the physical budget. If you would, please.
A resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Montverde, Lake County, Florida, adopting the final budget for fiscal year 2024-2025, providing an effective date.
Alrighty, Paul, I think has probably met with everybody or asked if you had any questions. I'll open it up to the public. Okay, bring it back to council. I know you guys had it for a while, and I'm not sure if you have any questions.
I was going to say, should we not review it further before we vote on this? Or
I already reviewed it myself. I don't really need any. If you guys,
Went over with Paul
yeah, they already went through it already.
before, But you can, we can if you want to.
Oh, no, I'm good. I just asking a question.
Yeah, I talked to him at least 4 or 5 times on it already, so I'm pretty good. And we had, went back and forth and adjusted a couple things. And do you have any questions? All righty, Jim, do you have any questions? Easel?
Got questions, though? Okay.
Okay, so all I need is a motion now.
Oh, one thing with the motion, Mayor, on page 26, there was an error that Mr. Lay actually found.
That 30,000?
And it's on the Christmas and performance bonus for staff, which is page 23, 513, 492. That was supposed to be 13.5. So I'll have you just make a motion. When we do that, you'll make the motion to amend that to the proper 13.5. Then actually we'll increase we have a couple revenues that are low on page 11, so I'll bring it out of the electricity franchise, actually, 123,100. So if you can just approve it with those changes, so adding 10,000.
What was the second change?
It'll be to a revenue. Actually, I'll bring it out of, 1 second.
I got the 13.5 on the.
Yeah, I just have to equally increase the revenue on that.
It's just a
Right.
typo.
Yeah, so 314,100, the service taxes, we have those too low.
Service tax?
Correct.
So you're gonna increase it?
Increase that by 10. We
Okay.
have 92 in the budget, we're already at 102, we still have another month coming
And
in.
what's the account number for the other one that was too low?
That would be account 513492.
513-496?
492.
492?
Yeah, so both of those will increase 10,000 respectively.
Okay,
So everything is still balanced in budget.
okay. Any other stuff? Any other things?
And thank you, Mr. Lay, for catching that. So that's why it takes many eyes when there's many
We're gonna
numbers.
be doing revisions throughout the year anyhow, but yeah, it's better not to start with one.
Yeah, so,
Okay, so I'll make the motion to increase account 513-492, $10,000, and also increase account 314100, $10,000. And to approve the budget for 2024-25.
Okay.
Need a second?
I'll second it. It's Paul. You got it, Paul?
we got it.
Okay, so I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against, say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, and discussion on future agenda items. Anybody have anything? Yeah, yeah. Okay, now let's go to Paul's review. I know everybody did his review on separate forms, and they need to put it together for one form at all the averages. So, his normal raise is it's the 2% and the 3.5, is that what it is? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
5.5.
5.5 total, but it's two different, one's a merit and one's a cost of living. The cost of living is the 3%, right?
3%,
Okay.
correct. I think it's.
And the 2.5 is the merit. So, do we have to okay them separately? I can't remember.
There is a proposed amendment, Resolution 2024-137, and in the amendment, it provides for those two increases to bring his annual salary. So that's spelled out in section 3 of the amendment.
Okay.
So you had that, and the other thing I was asking, the comp time provision for when I work 90 hours over, so if the first 10 are free, then work 90 hours, I asked to increase that from 90 days, or from using it within 90 days to 120, because it's just kind of impossible with the capital projects we have going on to spend it.
But you're not raising the cap.
No.
Yeah, you just.
It's just giving me another
extending it.
month to
Correct.
use it so I don't lose it.
Yeah, correct.
Which-
Right, so instead of 90 days, it'll be 120
120
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Utilize.
And then next year, we'll back it down to 60 days.
Yeah.
Next year, we'll do a better job of making sure that you don't have massive amounts of
We'll have to get rid of Montverde in order for that to happen, so.
Yeah. We talk almost every month, and he actually brings it, and we sign it, you know. So he isn't doing it all on his own, that's all I'm
No,
pointing out.
I don't lay any of it at Holt, that's all on us.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's on us.
Okay. I'm a little confused how to go forward on it.
So if I can read the resolution, and then if you adopt the resolution, that would, approve the amendment to the contract, which gives the increase and allows him the 120 days to use the PTO.
Okay, let me open it up to the public. I'm sorry, I didn't do that yet. Anybody want to talk about it? Okay, I'll bring it back if you would, please.
Resolution 2024-137, a resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Montverde, Florida, approving the Fourth Amendment to Employment Agreement between the Town of Montverde and Paul Lorino, authorizing execution, providing for an effective date.
Oh, now I can open it up to the public.
There you go. You know, it's hard to believe. I think October 10th, I start my 5th year here.
Crazy,
Is
huh?
it or the 4th? You sure?
This
Yep.
is finishing my
No.
4th. I start my 5th
Finished
year.
4 years, yeah.
More time flies.
I know.
Seems like 10.
Okay, well, I'll make the motion that we approve the 5.5 and that we change his PTO time. He has to take it from 90 days after he gets it to 120 days.
I'll second it.
Is that also including approving the resolution 2024-137?
Yes.
137.
Thank you.
Thank you for reading that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against, say nay. Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Alrighty, anybody want to talk to the council? Since we have time, come on forward, come on up.
Brian Rubio, 16548 Magnolia Terrace. I did a public request, and I wanted clarification on something which was kind of a little bit vague. But the main question is, the town manager expense accounts don't show on the financial records, but you guys track them internally. What was the reasoning behind changing that off, basically, that expense account that was there last year, I guess?
You mean were his expenses?
Yeah.
What happened, this is part of it. What happened was, we didn't know how much he was involved in each department. So we just decided to split it up into his time and put a line in each department and have his P&L done that way. We were new to it because it was we only had like 2 years worth of experience with a manager.
Divided into different.
We did, yeah, we were brand new with
two or
manager.
three things.
I don't know if you remember, we had a strong mayor position, and then we hired him, like you just said, 4 years ago. So like a year and a half through 2 years in it, we started getting, because I asked for a separate P&L altogether for him, and because we keep an eye on it a little better. And after about 2 years, the third year, we were familiar with it, and then we said, well, we don't know how much you're spending in each one. We could go back to a P&L, because we already had the format set up. But I don't really see the need for it yet. I know the total expenses. We know. the total
Yeah,
expenses.
internally, yeah, but for example, us, the public, the residents, we have to request that, right? While, on the financial reports, there's expense accounts for practically everything, obviously. So,
Well, you mean, not, when you say expense accounts,
oh, well,
that-
whatever tracks
Yeah.
the expense under the town managers,
Yeah.
so whatever.
it's not like he's using a credit card and getting expenses.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, because I saw that last year, obviously there was like at least 20 line items under that,
Right.
and then obviously you guys made the change.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm trying to get to is, I understand, that it's still being tracked internally, but for us, the public, when we pull the financial reports, it's not on there. Now, if it's being spread loaded, through other accounts, it's still kind of hard to track, because let's say if his salary goes under salary and wages, well, we don't know how much of that is pertaining to the town manager.
Well, and that's a good example, is we took his total salary and allocated it to different departments. And I believe it's in here on each department, if I remember.
You'll see in my highlighted areas,
Yeah,
anywhere where there's a TM, town manager,
Right, if you look in each department, and you see TM, that's that.
On the expense accounts. So the main reason, to help kind of explain a little bit better my entire, I guess, salary and everything, before it was as just a separate category as you saw town manager. So 100% of that came out of general budget revenues, period. And so it only had one source of revenues, even though I do stuff for the water department, I do stuff for permitting, I do stuff for code enforcement. So by separating those up, it doesn't take it all basically out of property taxes, and that frees up property taxes for streets and other priorities for council. Like permitting is an example. I do probably 20% of my budget or 25% goes to permitting. And when you collect those fees, if you don't utilize them, they have to be returned. But even though so much of that revenue is coming in and I'm expending town time doing that, it's a justifiable expense. So it frees up general revenue. I do, 25% of my budget's in water. And that's because I do a lot of stuff kind of getting water and things that's for the town. So that comes out of those accounts, and those are actually funds that have to be separated. So that's why it's split up into the different departments, or otherwise 100% basically comes out of property taxes for all intents and purposes. Then property taxes is the most liberal one that the town council can use for projects they want to do in town. And so it's kind of handcuffing council a little bit on where they can utilize the funds.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's for us, the public, then that means we have to go through all the different accounts to, add it up, and it's not readily available. So that was just
Yeah, but
the
for
only
us,
thing.
the
I was
council-
confused about it, is I guess is my.
But it's there to see, though.
We know how much we're spending for permitting, how much we're spending for library, how much we're spending for whatever, how much of his time and each staff member's time is going to what?
Well, like permitting and water are two generating revenue. And
They can't be
he
commingled.
can be, yeah, you can't mix those. So if we say he spends 25% of his time on water, we don't want to pay for it over here in our general fund. We want to pay for it in the water account all by itself. And then we have employees that all they're charged to is water. And that's where we came in with him. We couldn't put him in one department.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was the problem.
To oversee all of them.
So
So
just
that's
look
a justification for it.
Yeah, just look at the personnel in each department, and you'll see TM, and that's it.
And often I have to ask, who is this? Who all's in this budget right here? And then I'll get 2.5 names, because half of that is over here in this one.
Yeah, so all the staff are pretty well spread out.
Because
across different
each staff
categories.
wears a couple hats, each
Yeah.
staff member.
Yeah, that's a
Now,
good point.
It is a little confusing probably, but one of the things that the town council is required to do is to watch the budget and to pay attention where the money's going.
Mm-hmm.
So we do it kind of like, so we understand it. We could make it easier for you though, but
Yeah, I just wanted clarification, like I said. So, all right. Well, thank you.
Well, then
Yeah,
that,
you're right.
also that when we have a budget amendment, because one department, like the water department, like, whoa, there's something wrong with here, you're able to track it back and say, well, why do we need a budget amendment for that? And then you get a reason for it, and it's specific to that instead of saying, well, let's go pull it out of the general fund and we'll make it all work. Well, that way you can really see how you can get way out of messed up in your budgeting, so it's,
did you get a copy of the breakdown on the budget? You want a copy of the breakdown of the budget? It's public record. You have my copy.
If it's in PDF, then sure.
And if you want to email us too, we can send you a copy of the final, we're going to actually, the whole entire budget, once we read the second reading, it'll be posted online, and it's also posted at the state website as well. So yeah, so once it's approved, it'll be accessible through the state and through the town's website.
But thanks for the question. and
Yeah,
Thanks
good-
for coming
good question.
and asking for it. All righty, anything else anybody want to talk to the council about? All right, need a motion to adjourn.
Ooh,
Motion to adjourn.
I second it.
ice cream or something.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
In
Against,
time for
say nay.
dinner.
That's it.
17 minutes, that's a record.
That's a quick budget.
It's on the website. Under proposed budget.
Hey Sandy, you want these books back? I usually keep them all. It just collects dust. Every month. Yeah, every month you get an update. Sandy, did you hear me? Okay, then, I want to leave it.